Hello my internet friends, John Gibson here with I Need Examples. Today I'm going to cover the Excel count function. The Excel count function counts the number of cells that contain numbers. This is the most basic of the count functions in Excel. If you wish to follow along, I have a link to the Excel file I'm using in this tutorial in the description below. In our first example, I will cover the basics of the count function. Here I have 3 rows of values, item 1 through item 5. I wish to count how many columns have numbers. In cell F2, I will use the formula equals count, open parentheses, A2, colon, E2, close parentheses. This will get a count of all of my cells from columns A2 to column E2. Now I have my count for each row. Let's review the results. In row 2, I have 5 items, and each item has a numeric value, so my result is 5 as expected. In row 3, looking at the data, I see 3 numeric values and 2 non-numeric values, but my result is 2. Looking closer at the data, I see that item 4 in cell D3 looks like a number, but is actually stored as a text. The count function is going to ignore this value since it is not stored as a number, giving us a result of 2 for cells B3 and E3. In row 4, we have a result of 5. Cell A4 is a number that is formatted to use commas. Cell B4 is a percent, which is still a number. Cell C4 is a date, and all dates are stored as serial numbers. Cell D4 is a formula pulling the day from the value in C4. The result is a number, so it will be counted. And lastly, cell E4 is the time, and just like the date, the value is stored as a serial number and is numeric. If you would like more information on dates, please visit my date time playlist, link in the description below. In my practical example, I will be using the count function along with the rows and average function to find out how many postal codes I have for the US and Canada, and also find the percentage based on the number of addresses for each postal code. I have a link to my average tutorial in the description below. In my table named Postal Codes, I have my postal codes in column A and my street addresses in column B. Since I know all US postal codes are numeric and all Canadian postal codes are alphanumeric, I can use the count to find out how many of each I have in my list. In my table in columns D through F, I want to display my results. Let's find the US count and average first. In cell E2, my formula will be equals count, open parentheses, postal code, open bracket, postcode, close bracket, close parentheses. There, I have a count of 89 US postal codes. Now let's find the percent of the US postal codes making up this list. In cell F2, the formula will be equals, open parentheses, count, open parentheses, postal code, open bracket, postcode, close bracket, close parentheses, divided by rows, open parentheses, postal code, close parentheses. The rows function will count how many rows are in the table postal codes. This will ignore the header row. There, I now know 47% of the postal codes come from the US. Now let's find the Canadian postal codes. Here we are needing to find all postal codes which are not numeric. I am aware there is a better way to find the value, but we are focused on using the count function in this tutorial. In cell E3, our formula will be equals rows, open parentheses, postal code, close parentheses, minus count, open parentheses, postal code, open bracket, postcode, close bracket, close parentheses. There, we now know there are 100 Canadian postal codes. Now let's find the average. In cell F3, the formula will be equals, open parentheses, rows, open parentheses, postal code, close parentheses, minus count, open parentheses, postal code, open bracket, postcode, close bracket, close parentheses, divided by rows, open parentheses, postal code, close parentheses. All of the formulas are in place and 53% of the list contains Canadian postal codes. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Comment below if you would like to see examples on a specific topic. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.